episode of Young Artists Family Workshops. Today we are going to do a workshop called Zentangled Animals. And the demonstration will show you how to do this cat. Now you don't have to do this cat. You can do any animal that you choose. Just get a picture, either a printed picture or something on your phone, and we can do the same workshop with any animal. Now Zentangles, if you haven't already discovered what they are patterns of drawings that you can use to decorate your animal. They come from nature, and if you've ever looked at a fruit or a vegetable cut open, or even the patterns on broccoli, you can see that they are patterns that repeat themselves. And that's what we're going to do in a black and white version. Just take a look around at some flowers or vegetables or anything that you may see outdoors, and really study it for its patterns and try and figure out how you can display that using just black lines on paper. So let's go ahead with Zentangled Animals.
If you registered for this program, you will find samples of Zentangle patterns in your kit. But even if you didn't, you can just search it online and come up with a bunch of wonderful samples. And you can see how other people have used Zentangles to decorate their animals. Remember, you always have the option to add color, which adds another dimension to your artwork. So let's start. First, draw your animal in pencil, and draw it in what I like to refer to as a cartoon or a coloring book sketch. Just very simple outlines. Next, take your permanent marker, the fine point, and outline the animal. Now you're ready to start filling in with Zentangles. First, do them in pencil, section by section, and then ink that section. There's a very cool way to do a checkerboard pattern, which I'll show you now. So let me take a moment here to show you how to do a checkerboard pattern, and actually any pattern that has a very bold, dark and light value to it that looks like it may be confusing. Easiest way to do the checkerboard is to outline it first in your marker, and then take a pencil and just choose a path. So we're looking at this path right here of lines, and we are going to put a small dot on every other square. So yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes. And then those patterns that have that dot, we are going to color in fully. Then we go to the next path below it, and we are going to do the opposite. So if this was black, this is going to stay white. Move one over, and we're going to say yes to the black here, no, yes, no, yes, no, and yes. If we go all the way back here, we're going to put a little tiny dot there too. And then once again, everywhere that has a dot, we are going to color black. And we just keep going through that pattern for every path of squares that we see. So let's just continue until we have the whole thing filled out. This was white, this is black. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes. And I'll just mention here, it's best to do it path by path instead of dotting up the entire page, because sometimes you make one mistake and then it affects the rest of the pattern. So my suggestion is to do just one path at a time. So let's fill in this entire card.
The reason I like this checkerboard pattern is because it adds a lot of dark areas to your design. Fill in your animal section by section with various Zentangle designs. First do them in pencil and then ink them in. Remember, it's a nice balance to have some sketched areas, just lines, and repeated patterns such as these, and also some dark areas where you fill in certain sections of the pattern. And just continue section after section until the whole animal is filled with design. Now look at it again and see, are there any dark areas I'd like to fill in? Finally, you can add a little color with colored pencils or crayon or marker, or you can just leave it black and white. Here are some samples of other kids' artwork.
Well, that's it. How did you enjoy that workshop? I'm excited to see what you might have come up with on your animal. Oh, we have a visitor. You were not supposed to do that. Anyway, send me your sample of Zentangled animals and we will post them on our social media. Here is the address. So join me for another Young Artist Family Workshop in the future. See you later. Bad dog.